Hello everyone and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're having an amazing week. Currently it is Wednesday and the markets are still consolidating and still dumping. As you can see, we are still going to the downside. On a lower time frame you can see Bitcoin yesterday managed to recover that pump, but right now it is actually trying to dump once again since we are below a very key level. We are below that 106k, and also 106k is our weekly pivot. So as I mentioned before, this is a very key level that we did not want to lose, but since we lost, we are currently trading below 106k, and it is very possible that Bitcoin comes and retests that value area high at 102 or maybe even lower and try to swing fail this low right here, since this low at 100k basically the last time we got down there we left a lot of liquidation sitting to the downside. As you can see right here on that liquidation heat map, we do still have liquidity at that 103k which Bitcoin recovered from yesterday, and also as you can see that 100k level we are still have a lot of time until we reach it, but it still has a lot of liquidity sitting there. So it is very possible that the Bitcoin bears will try and take out this liquidity to the downside, since as you can see for now, after reaching and rejecting from that weekly pivot resistance right here, since we've made this high, we're currently making a lower high, as you can see, and the Bitcoin price is still going down. But if we look at the stock market, you can see the stock market is actually doing pretty well. So it's very interesting to see Bitcoin actually not following the stock market, in my opinion, since as you can see the S&P 500 did not lose that weekly pivot, but it is still at support, basically that 6070 region right here that we did not manage to break out of is a very key resistance. As you can see, we got rejected twice, basically right here for the first one that we tested it, and then twice. So together we got rejected 3 times from that resistance. So the stock markets need to see some kind of continuation. Also today we do have that Fed meeting basically for FOMC. So very important. This will be in about 2 hours. So expect a lot of volatility, and I suggest you do not trade during these hours. Maybe wait a bit after the news came out, so you can see the direction of the market, since right now it could go basically both ways. As I mentioned, we can dip down and take out the liquidity. So if we look at Ethereum yesterday, Ethereum found perfect support at that value area low and also at that weekly pivot support, basically 2450, and I also did manage to long this dip right here, and I actually closed it out on that retest of the POC. Basically you can see I did share that on my X, so you can basically follow me on X. Right here is my profile. Yesterday I shared, you can see my PNL. Basically I got in on that dip and took profits of around this POC level that the price of it got rejected, as you can see. So right now we are back below it, so I'm expecting still some kind of continuation to the downside. But as I mentioned, I'm still not expecting actually that we break out of this bigger consolidation range to the downside. In my opinion, this will be a very bad looking for it. A lot of people will get scared, but if we do happen to see that, then it is possible that we will get a very powerful long from that bottom right here. Basically if we do something like this, so we're consolidating and this manages to break down, then we break down. Basically my target for this breakdown is that high right here of that previous range, which also perfectly correlates with our last weekly pivot support, basically 1880, is still very key level to look for it, but as long as we do not lose this range right here, this target for it just remains unmarked for me. So I need to see some signs that we are losing this level right here, this range, in order for me to even consider this price right here too long. So as I said, I'm expecting still a breakout to the upside, but this will only happen if the stock market continues going up, tests these all-time highs, and if Bitcoin recovers and doesn't lose that value area high at 102 or that range basically right here at 100k. These are very key levels that we do not want to lose. So if we look at the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, as you can see, we are right now below that 50 zone. So basically, in my opinion, this is very bullish, since Bitcoin is trading above 100k and we are almost to that fear zone. So this indicates to me that there is a very big possibility of another pump to the upside, since, as you know, Bitcoin is still above 100k and that fear and greed index is almost in the fear zone. So this is basically suggests to me is a very good sign that people are scared and they will get left out once again, and they will feel this time that fear of missing out. Basically they will feel the FOMO, and then they will FOMO at the top when the Bitcoin price is at that new all-time high, or maybe even 120k. As you know, I'm still keeping bullish for now, as long as we do not lose these levels right here. Also, if we look at Solana is actually still trying and holding above that POC right here. RSI is getting very oversold, so almost touching that 20 line. Also the same goes for Bitcoin. We're also touching almost that 20 line basically. So I'm expecting some kind of a bounce if we get to that zone again. And if we look at the Bitcoin dominance, guys, the Bitcoin dominance is actually looking good, which is something we do not want to see actually. We wanted the Bitcoin dominance to go down in order for the altcoins to start going up, but this is also another reason why they're going down so much. As you can see, SUI, basically from the highs that we've made here, is right now almost of around 35% of a correction, since the Bitcoin dominance is pushing higher. So I'm expecting and I'm hoping for some kind of a rejection for the Bitcoin dominance of around 65.30%. Basically this weekly pivot resistances, I'm hoping that it rejects from here and basically swing fails this high, and then we can see that drop happening finally, like it happened right here. As soon as this drop starts happening, guys, you see the altcoins, they will start ripping to the upside. Things will get very bullish, and people will be feeling that fear of missing out once this drop starts happening in the Bitcoin dominance. The altcoins will push very strong to the upside. As you can see, basically this pump, for example, on SUI that we've had for 3 weeks of around 100% is basically that Bitcoin dominance right here dropping. As you can see, it just dropped of around 5% to the downside, and the altcoins got a pump of around 100%. So we just need to see that Bitcoin dominance drop, and then everything will start pushing to the upside. Now hype is still rejected from that second weekly pivot resistance of around $45, and right now it is actually losing that weekly pivot. As you can see, currently it tested it once, tried to get back above it, but right now it is getting rejected and going to the downside, possibly to test that first weekly pivot support of around $36 for hype. So a very important level also for hype, guys. And so this will be my outlook for the markets today. Be careful in the next coming hours with the FOMC meeting, and I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you again in the next one tomorrow. Bye.